This is Darien Gap, world's most dangerous area between the border of Colombia and Panama. Crossing this 100-mile area means passing through the Valley of Death. This area is one of the reasons why North and South America are not connected by any road or rail network even today. In the entire human history, only 7 attempts have been made to cross this area by any car or jeep. But despite being so dangerous, crossing this area is very important for some people. Every year, thousands or even millions of people from South American countries, especially Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela, attempt to cross this area with the dream of a better life in Central and North America. In 2022, 250,000 people attempted to cross Darien Gap to go to Mexico and then the United States. But unfortunately, hundreds of people died while crossing this gap. So why exactly is this 100-mile area one of the most dangerous points to cross? And despite having so much money and technology, why no effort has been made to build road or rail network in this area? Let's find out the answer to this question in this video. In this day and age, where state-of-the-art cities have been built even in scorching deserts, why is it so difficult to build road or rail infrastructure in this small area? There are actually 4 reasons for this. The first reason is dangerous weather. The Darien Gap is just a few hundred kilometers above the equator line, which makes the weather here quite hot, and with the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans to the north and south, the humidity is also quite high. This entire area is covered with dense jungles, and it rains 330 days a year here, resulting in frequent flash floods and landslides in the mountains. Due to this heavy rain and flooding, construction here is very difficult, and whether it is concrete, cement, or asphalt, all require dry and warm weather to set properly. Now, even if this is somehow managed, the second most dangerous thing here is the presence of hazardous animals and insects. Nowhere else on our planet are there as many poisonous snakes, spiders, and mosquitoes as in the Darien Gap, and because there are no hospitals, houses, or anything else in this entire area, if any of these creatures bite you, your survival rate is almost next to 0. This is why most people who pass through here die from malaria, dengue, snake venom, or drowning in the river. But despite all these hurdles, why is it impossible for America and other countries to build a road here? Yes, construction here is expensive and difficult, but definitely not impossible. So then what is the actual reason that no effort has been made to build any road here? Basically, some countries don't want any road or rail network to be built here, especially America and Panama. In the 19th century, Panama used to be a province of Colombia, and because of the Darien Gap, it was very difficult for Colombia to control Panama. For the Colombian government, the only route to stay connected with Panama was through the sea. Taking advantage of this disconnection, Panama started a movement of independence from Colombia, and in the 20th century, a rising superpower began to take great interest in this movement. That superpower was none other than the United States of America. America actually had a great interest in the Panama Canal and wanted to have control over it because before the construction of the Panama Canal, trade between Eastern and Western America was very difficult. All ships had to cross the entire South America to reach the western or eastern coast of America. Therefore, the eastern and western coastlines of America were disconnected from each other, and to solve this, an artificial canal was built. After this, not only America's trade ships but also the Navy could easily and quickly travel from one side to the other. At that time, it was very important that whoever controlled the Panama Canal would control a major weakness of America. Now, Colombia did not want to give control of this canal to America at that time, and that's why America fully supported Panama's independence movement. As a result, in 1903, Panama became an independent country, and America was the first country to recognize Panama. In return, the Panamanian government permanently leased all the land around this canal to America, and this entire area remained under American control until 1999. Then, in 1999, the control of this canal was returned to Panama, but even today, this Panama Canal is one of the most important maritime choke points in the world. Nearly 6% of the world's sea trade between South America and North America passes through this choke point today. This canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Every year, approximately 13 to 14,000 cargo ships pass through this route. Most of the trade between Eastern Asia and America takes place via this route, which is why this canal is used mostly by America and China. Similarly, this is the only route connecting America's western coast to Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Now, if we return to the Darien Gap, It lies between Colombia and Panama. Colombia has been suffering from internal violence and instability for many years, and its drug mafia is infamous throughout South America. Most of the world's cocaine is produced in Colombia, and all of it is smuggled from here to Central and North America. But due to the Darien Gap, this smuggling is quite difficult, and smugglers have to take the sea route where Panama's coast guards often intercept them. In this situation, if a road or rail network is built here, America fears that Colombia's drug mafia might reach Panama and even damage the Panama Canal. Moreover, it would then become very easy for the cartels to transport drugs from here to Mexico and America. Therefore, even if the governments of Panama and Colombia agree to build a rail or road network here, the United States will not allow any development here. And now we come to the last reason for not developing the Darien Gap, which is to prevent illegal migration. Latin America is economically, politically, and standard of living-wise far behind North America. Most South American countries suffer from corruption, weak governance, and political instability, which is why millions of people want to leave their countries for a better life. And for these people, there is no better option than America, which is just a few thousand miles away. America has made its immigration policy very strict in recent years, leaving these people with only one option: to reach America illegally. However, to do this, they must risk their lives by crossing the Darien Gap. Every year, thousands of people enter Central America through this gap and then proceed to United States through Mexico. But the biggest obstacle in this entire route is the Darien Gap itself. Dengue, malaria, poisonous snakes, landslides, floods, bandits. You have to face all these things during this 10-day journey. And the unfortunate thing is that despite being so dangerous, the number of people crossing this gap is continuously increasing every year. People who are fed up with poverty and hunger have no other choice. Many people die during this journey, and those who survive suffer from psychological damage. Hunger can make a person do anything. The main reason for not connecting the Darien Gap is the migration of these people into United States. But this begs the question, despite being part of the same continent, why is there such a massive difference between South and North America? On one side is the world's #1 economy, while on the other side are countries stuck in the quagmire of poverty and hunger. We will soon make a video on the actual causes of poverty in Latin America. If you liked the video, please do follow our account. It may be a small thing for you, but it gives us a lot of motivation. See you in the next video with another interesting topic.